Good, perfect. So let's share that. Hashtag 2018. Done. All right. So welcome everyone. Hope you had a good breakfast. Today I want to talk about another hashtag, no office. So I want to give you some benefits of why this works, how this works, and that it will be actually done. So before I start, my name is Śliwiński. I'm the founder of Nozbe. It's a productivity tool. We're all about productivity and getting stuff done. We've been doing this for the last 11 years. And we've got apps for all the platforms, including the Apple Watch. But today, I won't be talking at all about my app, because I want to focus not on what we do, but how we do it. So, we don't have an office. We've never had one. And as you can see on the left side, these are our offices. People who work at Nozbe in the core team. We've got people from Spain, from Germany, from Poland, from all over Poland. There is a person from Taiwan, but they don't, fit in the map. And then we have regular collaborators from the USA, from France, from Netherlands, from all over the place. And as you can see on the right side, these are our customers. And the blue customers are the American ones. The green ones are Polish, and the yellow are Japanese. So yeah, kind of difficult to pinpoint our customers actually, and then the rest of the world. So we've been doing this for the last 11 years, and we work like that because we believe that work is not a place to go. It's a thing that you do. Right? So it's like job is not where you're going. Job is your job, is what you're doing. Right? And whenever I tell this story to anyone, they're like, yeah, Michael, that's nice. You have this small team of 20-something, 30 people. It works for you. You're like a unicorn, right? I mean, you have just this one product and nothing else. Your business is not complicated. Our business is complicated. We are a serious business, What you're doing is, it's nice that you're doing that, right? So they basically tell me to grow up. That, at some point I'm going to grow up, my business is going to grow up, and we will need a proper office, a proper serious business. 11 years in, doesn't count. You have to grow up. So the problem, maybe we're just growing up wrong, I don't know. Or I have trouble growing up. Hard to say. But then again, after that, I give an example of different companies. There's a company called Buffer, which is more than twice our size, and they dropped their office. They don't have an office as well. There's MySQL, who have just a few remote offices, and they all work remotely. Or maybe Automatic. Automatic are the makers of WordPress, and these are their offices, or were their offices, which they completely shut down because nobody was going there. Like, they've set up the company completely remotely with 700 people, with a big WordPress that runs, I don't know, 1/3 of the internet, and many other products that they do. So I would argue that their business is vastly more complicated than mine, yet they still do it without an office. So with all that, why would you want to go no office? Why would you want to, try to work remotely or encourage, yourself or your boss or your employees to work remotely, to drop the office? So one of the reasons, I would say, is to not be so stressed. Because like just today, getting to Gdańsk here to this conference, we were stuck in a traffic jam. Whenever I'm stuck in a traffic jam, I'm sitting there in the car and I'm like, wow, people have to do it every day? Really? I don't have a traffic jam because my home office is upstairs. So it's like, it's just one staircase, right? So there's no traffic jam there, especially that my kids are at school. So, you save stress in commuting, you save time not going to work, and when you think about it, We are all intellectual workers. We are all information workers. Like most of us, we are not factory workers. So we are paid to be using our minds. So does it really make sense that you're going from one place to another to sit in front of a computer? Like, don't you have a computer at home? Or can't you have a computer at home? Second, lifestyle choice. One of my favorite examples was when I hired an assistant, Magda. I hired her and she was in Warsaw. She was based in Warsaw, so in the capital. So she was really used to going to an office. And when I hired her, she was like, so what do I do now, Michael? And I was like, yeah, well, you work for me. Yeah, but where do I go? You don't go anywhere, you just work for me. And it was strange for her. I understand that, I appreciate that. But then later, like after half a year, she asked me for a conference call, and she said, Michael, I've been always dreaming to live in France. Can I move to France? So I had to ask her this important question, this very important question that she didn't expect, but it was important to ask it. Do they have internet in France? She said yes, so I assumed they have internet in France because she moved to France and she was working for me for the next 2 years in France. I didn't care. I didn't know where she was actually in France. But she was happy, and I was happy because she was still working for me. So again, it's a lifestyle choice. We had this moment in our company where, like between one meeting and another meeting, like in half a year, 7 people out of 25 were moving or considering moving. Here, Ola from our team is here in the audience. She moved from Poznań to Gdańsk while working for me. So, no problem. Again, the cool thing for an business owner, for a manager, is that you can hire from anywhere. Like, the best part of our hiring process is the fact that we get to hire the best people for the job. We don't care where they live. We have countless stories of really getting fantastic people from like the end of Poland, because they didn't want to move. They had job offers from Warsaw, but they didn't want to go to Warsaw. So we snapped them. They're ours. And here on this slide, there are 5 people from my company. All of them are from different cities in Poland. Again, flexible working hours. I mean, this is something we should be having anyway. When you think about it, especially in winter in Poland, you wake up and you go to work, it's dark. You leave your office, it's dark. It's just dark, and you're like in a cave, right? In my company, you don't. You can just, in the middle of the day when it's sunshine, you can just go out for a walk, for a jog, and then come back and work again. So you really have this flexibility that normally you wouldn't have. And for me, particularly, the most important argument as a productivity guy and a productivity nerd is you get more focused time. Because when you work in your home office, there are no interruptions. People don't, pat you on the shoulder and ask you things. If you want to finish your article or something that you have to finish, you can basically shut down internet and just work on this, right? Or shut down communication. When you close Slack or Nozbe, like there is no push notifications. You can just work completely focused. And this is a big one because, in this day and age, there is this saying that you don't get anything done in an office after 10 a.m. because everybody comes in, there are interruptions, meetings, and all this stuff. So for me, this is a big deal, that you can get really big chunks of focused time. And again, aren't we paid to do focused work, to work with our minds? So that's why today I want to challenge you and ask you this question. What is work? Like, is it really where you have to go? Or is it a thing that you do? And let's flip the coin now and ask a question why you still might need an office. Well, there are several reasons. One of the ridiculous ones is that you want to put your big sign on the building because you like it, We are a big business now, we have this sign, right? So another reason is that you might want to interact more, you want to have the ping pong tables and foosball tables and all this stuff. And again, this is the photo of WordPress automatic offices, which they shut down. Because even though they had the football and ping pong and all this stuff, nobody was going there. So but again, is this work? Like, it's part of work, it's fun, but is this work? And I want to tell you more about, hobbies and stuff a bit later. Anyway, and maybe customers want to visit you, right? I mean, you might want to have an office because customers might want to visit you. And in some cases, that's true. You might need an office for that. But in most cases, like, they have the app stores, they have my Nozbe.com website, they don't need to visit me. And when they are from Japan, I mean, they will not come. I mean, to be honest, they will not come. They don't care. They are too busy getting their stuff done. They want to just sign up, use our tool, and that's it. They don't care where we are based. And I think in our minds, we are just too stuck in this thinking that, an office is so important. We need to show off, but we don't. We need to show off with a great website, with a great sales proposition, but not with a great office. Another reason you might need an office for is that you might need to do real work with a real person, right? Because for some reason the photo on the left is real work because there are many people here, and on the right, because we use video conferencing, this is not real work. This is fake work, right? Well, I don't think like that. I think both are real work, even though we're not there. So, I didn't plan that. Sorry about that. Nice. Okay. Again, you might need an office because you can run meetings. Because when you're already there physically, let's do a meeting, right? Okay, who here on this audience loves meetings and wants more meetings? Nobody? Okay, so who wants less meetings? Right? Right? Exactly. And the thing is, when you're physically, and people are really engaged when they're in a meeting, right? Like really engaged. Nobody's dozing off or anything like that, no. So that's the thing. We have too many meetings, but we do them because it's like default. It's because we are already there. Let's do a meeting instead of just let's work on something, present it, and then decide. Instead of just let's brainstorm. This fallacy of brainstorming together. So my question again is this: when you work with somebody, do you need their body? Do you need their physical presence to be there, or do you need their mind? Do you need their ideas? Like, what do you really need when you work with somebody? That's a question we should be asking. And then these two types of work don't seem so ridiculous. So I want to wrap it up. I want to give you a glimpse of how it is. In my experience, 11 years doing this remote work all the time, having no office at all. How does it feel? How does it feel really? Because it's better to say this instead of just giving you the benefits. So, first of all, your coolness is your quality of work. Not the jeans that you have, the outfit you have in the office. This is not how you're cool. In an office environment, you're cool because you're doing great work. And this is a big deal because, again, everybody wants to contribute and that's the only thing they have to show. So this way, you're the cool guy because you've invented this idea, because you've come up with this idea, because you've done that. This is why you're cool, not because you're fancy and you're fashionable. Second, you can fake productivity by going to meetings and being loud, asking questions, talking to people and everything. And yeah, this guy is, he's good, right? Now, in the no-office environment, your work speaks louder than words. You are loud because you're delivering great work, not because you're loud on the meeting. Actually, if you're quiet on the meeting, it makes more sense. And at the end of the day, how we connect in our company, we connect with people, we like people who are good, who are not and they're also nice, but who are good professionals, who know their stuff. This is how we connect with people. This is how we really make friends. And as you can see, you have seen throughout this presentation, we do meet. It's not like we completely don't see each other. We meet every half a year, what we call Nozbe reunion. So we meet every half a year for a week. We're at the hotel and we're there. But that's basically all the physical contact that we need. Yeah, we meet every half a year, we spend time together, we work together, we play together, and then we work for the next half a year until the next meeting. We just had one in Ustroń, which was very nice, and now we'll have another one in the fall. And when you work like that, you're looking forward to meet, to this physical meeting, because you want to see the person you've been working with. You want to see this person that you admire so much, because they've been doing so much great work. Another benefit of no office is that you have a better social life, because if you're, I'm an extrovert, I like spending time with people, yet I still prefer no office, because I work, I can focus on my stuff, I can get stuff done, and after work, I can plan a social life. I'm a triathlete, I bike, I run with friends, I spend time with friends, I choose people I spend time with after work. So there is a big distinction for me, work time, my colleagues at work, and then my friends after work. And I get to ride bicycles, train for triathlons. I have another one coming in 2 weeks. So, this is fun. This is what I like about my work. That I get to do this. I don't have to be stuck 12 hours in an office. After work, I can actually, do something, or spend time with my family. So again, work is not a place to go, it's a thing that you do. I'm going to be repeating this phrase over and over so that it sticks. And as you can see, offices don't have to be really professional. This is my first home office, 1 year after I launched Nozbe. It was a corner IKEA desk in my living room. And I remember my mom calling me and asking me, Michael, what are you actually doing? Because my friends' sons are CEOs, managers, or whatever. And I was running a team of 3 at that moment, and I said, I'm a CEO of a global company, so that my mom feels better about myself. So anyway, there is a problem though. When you work in an office environment, and you don't see people you work with, there is no control. How do you control people? Because of course, when there's somebody sitting next to you in front of a computer, you're sure they're working, right? They're not on Facebook, right? Or Instagram or whatever. No, they are working, right? Because they're sitting there, right? You have 100% control over that, right? Well, you don't, because what really matters is trust. So, yeah, my people, they can be traveling, from what I know. They can be on the beach, sipping pina colada and working, or pretending to work, for what I know. But their results matter. So, and what my friend Śliwiński is trying to argue, that trust is better than control. And if you don't know about it, get his book. I recommend it, it's very good. So, instead of saying trust is good but control is better, I would argue that control is good, but trust is so much better. Because in the end of the day, do you want to work with people that you trust? Or do you want to work with people that you have to control? Right? Well, for me, trust wins every time. So I'm not saying you should drop your offices right now. But why not think of them as additional tools that you have, right? And an office is just a tool. It's a place, where you get to hang out if you need to. That you do a meeting if you need to. That it's a tool. When there's a customer coming from Japan, you invite them there to a conference room. But it's just a tool. It's not a requirement. It's not like, if I don't have an office, I don't count. I don't have a serious business if I don't have an office. So I would argue, at the end of this presentation, I don't have time today to just tell you how to do it. I'm writing about it on my blog. I'm talking about it on my podcast. So make sure to follow me on social media as to how. But what I want to leave you with today is the fact that why not design the whole communication of your company, the way you communicate, the way you work, so that you could work remotely, so that you could stay at home and still work and still be productive and still have access to company data, to company information. Because it's 2018. We have all the technology we need. My iPhone is more powerful than my computer, like that, 5 years ago. So we really have all technology, but the problem with no office is that our mindset. We are still stuck in this mindset that we need an office. So let's try to design the way you work, the way you communicate, in a way that, that it enables remote work. And at the end of the day, you might realize that Office is just a tool, but it's not a requirement for you to get the job done. So thank you so much. I hope you'll try no Office, or at least think about it. So thank you so much, and have a great conference.